3.
Hi everyone, in our today's lesson we learn the methodology for reading riddles, proverbs and tongue twisters. First of all, we look to the riddles, then proverbs and then tongue twisters. I will show you examples and methods of teaching them. First of all, let's talk about the riddle genre. Riddle is a short question which makes you think carefully, and it's very useful to primary education students. It makes them to think carefully, to improve their cognitive abilities and such kind of things. And here is an example in two languages, in English and Uzbek. In English, what breaks as soon as you say its name? It's silence. Here we can see the Uzbek. And the method to teach riddles is the most appropriate method. It's Lebowski's method. And solving riddles through dialogue, guiding students within the zone of proximal development and such kind of things, and help us to students to learn riddles more efficiently. And the next is the proverb. Proverb is a short, often poetic saying that emerged from life experience and expresses the wisdom of the people. It is connected to the culture, native history also, and when we teach the proverbs to students get being more polite, being more helpful for other people, and so on. And here is an example in English: better than never, easy come, easy go. And in Uzbek, yoz mevasi, qish xazinasi, and others. And in teaching proverbs, we can use both traditional and gaming technologies also. And both of them is very useful way of teaching proverbs to students. In Konstantin Ushensky's method, in the approach of an analysis synthesis method, we can use in the teaching proverbs, because when we analyze proverb is part of analyzing. When we generalizing and applying it in speech, it's a synthesis. And teaching proverbs through gaming technology is very interesting way, because the primary education students, they love to make games and such kind of things, and using this method is helps them interest in teaching, improves their cognitive abilities and so on. Using quizzes, matching games, story-based tasks, and competition, such kind of things, by using gaming technology. And the next is the tongue twisters. Tongue twisters are a genre designed to teach the correct pronunciation of certain words, word combinations, or sounds, to help distinguish them from other sounds, to strengthen memory, develop speech, and increase reading speed. For this reason, it's very useful way of to boost the memory of primary education people. Because when we say or play games with tongue twisters, the people's brain work efficiently, work very fast, work very careful. That's why it's very helpful to brain of the students. And we can see the example of tongue twisters in English: Greek breaks, Greek breaks, Greek breaks. Cooks cook cupcakes quick. quickly. You can see the similar combination of letters C, O, S, and so on. And in also Uzbek language we can also see the example. Talha tağda Türkiye tütte. The letter is T is there is used often. And let's talk about methods. To teach tongue twisters is Yevgeny Kastov's method is very appropriate because focus on correct pronunciation, practicing difficult sounds, using tongue twisters in short dialogue is very helpful in teaching the tongue twisters method. And most tongue twisters, proverbs, and riddles all are very essential part in primary education students learning process, and to teach all three is very important, and learning of them is gives to students very cognitive and mental increase in their letter learning process. And this is all of our lessons. Thank you for all of us. That's all.